Hello, class. I can never tell if I'm actually recording. It's a digital immigrant right here, digital immigrant. Welcome to week 2. It's lovely to see you all again. Loved your introductions, had a good time doing that and working through the discussions this week, making some little pointers out there in week 1 in terms of what we expect in terms of APA. That's to help you out. Remember last week, none of that counted. That was your alibi week, as we say in the military. But make sure that you take some of those recommendations I made and integrate them into your future work, because now in week 2, those types of errors are going to count against you. So try to work that in. That's a silly reason to lose points, right? Because I'm after content, number 1. So this week, what we're going to be looking at is intelligence collection, disciplines, and analysis. So some of you in this class are already intelligence analysts, and you understand the difference between the disciplines, the INTs, as we call them. And in the course of our studies this week, some of you have also had this in previous classes, but some of you are brand new to this type of study. So we're going to contrast and compare some of those intelligence disciplines and their strengths and their weaknesses, etc., how they best support their customers, their respective customers. Some of them are very niche, they do very specific things, so they don't have a lot of utility, but at least part of the reason that we're going to do this, and then we're going to start to apply this to analysis, is when you are an intelligence analyst, unless you're sort of an all-source kind of guy, it's very easy to become really just in your, what's the word I'm looking for? I talked about tribalism last week, because we were talking about sports. It's the same thing. Me as a retired SIGINT analyst, very definitely SIGINT. I have a bias towards SIGINT. I just do, because that's what I did. But I'm also smart enough to understand that my stuff is more powerful when it's fused with other types of intelligence work. So we're going to look at these different INTs, look at their strengths and weaknesses. So when we look at from a management perspective, we can understand too what those different things bring to the table, how we stack them, how we have redundant coverage, etc., like that. So we can best support our customers, basically, whoever it is that we're working for. Okay. You have some assigned reading in there. Every week that's going to happen. That's not going to go away. And you have your 2 discussions in there. We're going to talk a little bit about Bayesian analysis and competitive analysis. Be really careful. Don't just go out there and Google my question into Google about Bayesian analysis, because remember, this is a class related to intelligence analysis and not mathematics and statistics. So there's some similar, there's a reason that I'm using that word, but don't just go, what is Bayesian analysis? Because you're going to end up not giving me the right answer if you just take that out of Google. So make sure that you read that and then apply it to what it is that we're doing in the class, and then answer my questions. Okay? You also have your first essay due this week. It's due on the 8th. Contrast and compare 2 of the 3 analytical techniques discussed in the Tradecraft Primer, which is in our content. So you can go in there and read it, pick 2 that you want to talk about how they're similar, talk about how they're different, etc., and give me that information back. Okay? The standards for that paper are actually listed in the syllabus. So as all of your professors have probably said forever, check the syllabus. Again, APA, the page limit, etc. Okay, so get that done. I'm going to be sending out a news item this weekend so that you know how to contact me, because I'm going to be traveling a little bit this week. So it won't be the standard format for how we do our business, which is okay. You'll still be able to get a hold of me, and it should be transparent to you, because that, my friends, is the beauty of online learning, right? But I want to make sure that you have at least some contact information. You have email, but I only check my email maybe once, well, I have to check it once a day. I check it generally 2 to 3 times a day, but definitely in this coming week, I'll probably only be able to check it once. So I want you to be able to kind of reach out and touch me if you have an emergency, okay? So that's it for now. Make sure you take a look at those intelligence disciplines. Some of them are very old-fashioned. They've been around for a long, long time. But there's some out there that are kind of new and sexy, right? There's a lot of new and sexy stuff out there. And we obviously it's an unclassified course, so we can't go too much into that level of detail. But I think you'll enjoy the reading. And now we're going to start to dovetail from that foundation of understanding collection, discipline, and what we do with that collection in terms of analysis, using technologies, etc., to move forward to support whoever our customer happens to be, whether we work for the military, the federal government, law enforcement, etc. So that is it for me for week 2, and I will see you guys on the flip side. I'll see you in the classroom. Take care. Bye.